like the ocean on a clear summer day. But sometimes I feel like a dirty little puddle, waiting for some boot to come and splash me away. So while I get in my bed, close the shades, bury my head like if I had long enough, thinking it got it rough, making all go away, making all go away. Woo! I want my life strong like an oak tree, strong like an oak tree, sturdiest thing around. But sometimes I feel like a scraggly sprig of clover, waiting for someone to come and pluck me at the ground. So I walk around this town, slaps down low, looking down like if I had long enough, thinking it got it rough, making all go away, I can make it all go away. Ha! Do 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 I want my life to be pretty like a sunset, pretty like a sunset for anyone to see. But sometimes I feel like a fog rolling over, all thick and bloated, messing up the scenery. So I drive at night, far from home, far from sight, like if I had long enough, thinking it got it rough, making all go away, I make it all go away. Do 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 Yee! Cheers. Happy Halloween, everybody. My gosh. I almost, tell me if that sounds maybe a little bit better. I almost did not make it to you tonight. Raced into Albuquerque, and it's been we haven't stopped since the last gathering, actually, Adley and I. But man, happy Halloween. I did not. While I am not dressed in my Halloween regalia, I do have a surprise for you to share at some point. Pretty embarrassing surprise. Did you all know that it is Halloween is our fiddle player Karina's favorite day of the year? Well, maybe not her favorite day of the year, but definitely her favorite holiday. Probably her favorite day. She loves dressing up on Halloween. And since she's joined this damn band, she has forced me to follow suit. Any of y'all dressed up out there? Any of y'all doing anything fun? pretty awesome that you're deciding to hang with little old me for a little while tonight. Is it a look at this? I did not. Look at that. It's a full moon tonight. We were driving, so Allie and I drove all through the night, and we were out in New Mexico, right? Like, beautiful. I mean, let's see. We were in St. Louis last night, right? So, through the night, we were driving through Missouri, and we were driving through Oklahoma, and it was just, it was so beautiful, this giant moon. I could have sworn that it was full last night, so pretty cool. Yep. And today was beautiful and sunny as we drove across the panhandle of Texas, through Amarillo, across the border into New Mexico, past Tucumcari, and landed in Albuquerque. We get on full pattern, funny patterns when we're driving, Allie and I, right? Because one of us can sleep while the other's driving, and then sometimes, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, sometimes I will be driving, and I will get tired very quickly after I start driving, and that's okay. We have a policy, Allie and I. If one of us is sleeping and the other one gets tired, we just pull over anyways, because nothing that important getting to. So and then we'll both sleep. But then there are other times when I just feel like I could drive forever, and that was today, man. I got behind the wheel at 5 a.m. and drove this whole way here, and I was feeling good. We kind of landed in Albuquerque, and exhaustion just hit me. And we checked into this hotel, and we set up. And when you're trying to, you're running late, and you're really, really tired, or you're really flustered, and you got like 7 things you got to do, and because you're tired, and because you're rushing, those 7 things take about twice as long as they should normally take. Has that ever happened to you? That was happening to me. And and it's funny too. You know what? I once had a conversation with an engineer at a recording studio. Not too long ago, as a matter of fact. We were talking about the gatherings, and he said, "Man, every night that is relentless. I have a podcast, and sometimes I just don't feel like going on. Sometimes I just don't feel like going on. What do you do about that?" And that I loved that question, and it made me think about it, right? And what I had said to him, and the more I think about the conversation, the more I agree with what I said. That's a good thing. Is that, you know what? If I can make this space that we share a space where I can be anything that I'm feeling, then that's okay to be tired, right? I can go online with you all without having to be on, right? And if this can be a place where we can all be tired or sad, beat up, scared, joyful, goofy, then what's better than that? What's better than that? So, anyways, and when I think about it like that, then being super tired before gathering with you all, well, that's okay, because I can just, right? Have you ever been super tired and not gone straight to bed. You're just home, you're hanging out, you're in your comfy space, right? That's okay. It doesn't actually feel bad to be tired. It feels bad to be tired and have a bunch of shit to do. It feels bad to be tired and have to be on. But if you can be as relaxed as you can be, then it doesn't matter. You can cruise through being tired. Anyways, it's nice to be here and tired with you. Rain comes down, it'll come for days. All around, tries to wash away this old town to become an ocean. But it won't today, and it will not be the rain. Not be the rain. Will not be the rain this time. You are gone, you are far away. Beneath the rain, maybe the love we want never taste sweeter than the love we waste, and will not be the rain. Will not be the rain. Will not be rain this time. I will be riding on it beneath the determined rain. Someday we'll become an ocean, but not today, and I will not be the rain. Will not be the rain. Will not be the rain this time. You know, we are, as part of the album project, focusing on one of my favorite albums, Songs from a Movie. And this is, I think, night 3 of us playing songs from this album. Thank you for those claps. And some of these songs I wrote for this script. Some of these songs I wrote for another script. none of those got used. Some of these songs I had written, or I was in the midst of writing, or I just had, right, in my notebook of songs. And I thought that they would be really fitting for this movie, Folk Hero and Funny Guy. And for those of you that have not been on the last couple of nights, there are two characters in this movie, and it ended up coming out. People were sharing around the links. I don't know if y'all actually found it somewhere where you could stream it or download it. But there were these two characters, a folk musician, for whom I was in charge of writing his music, right? But there was also another character, this comedian, this kind of down and out comedian. And they are really good buddies, these two, and they go on tour together. And so those last two songs I felt were fitting for some of the scenes that featured the down and out comedian. A song called Sprig that I wrote when I was dealing with some of my own challenges with anxiety and depression, and both of these actually came from that. That last song is called The Rain Song. And you know, there are some days, right, where that has to become my mantra. Just my personal mantra. I will not be the rain. I will not be the rain. I love singing that song. This is the third song that I submitted. And I actually think that this one was used. I'm not sure, but I submitted this one more for soundtrack stuff than to be actually performed by a musician character in the movie. We're going to get to some of those in a second. But this is a song inspired by me falling in love with Allie. It was featured the other day, I know, when I was getting married, because I remember recording it for y'all, but it's a special one for me. This is a song that's very, very close to my heart in a lot of ways. Not only because it's connected to Allie and falling in love, but it's also called The Mountain, which, for those of you that know me well, you know that being up away from human beings on a mountainside, that's my church, and getting to share that church with somebody that you love, that's as good as it gets, right? The genuflectors wait upon their savior. The constituency is doing as they're told. You and I, we work on getting braver as we meet each other out on this road. We're looking for our answers in the morning. The morning gets its knowledge from the sun. The sun will take its wisdom from the mountain, where we'll be sleeping when the summer day is done. And our footsteps, they pound at the rhythm, and it feels like it's all meant to be. And I can't ever live for the light that stumbles out of me. Wake up with our hair and bodies tangled, never know our names. Our breath will be a fire that is burning, and I'll miss you 'cause we're born from loving flame. So look at me and know we are each other. Smile 'cause it's the most that you can give. And if I die tomorrow, find another, and I promise that I'll love you while I live. Hold tight 'cause our planet is spinning so fast and it blurs what we see. And I can't ever live for the light that stumbles out of me. We are a moment that will never be repeated. We are a song between now and then. We will find what we need from the mountain. We will soar on the air that we breathe. And again we will live for the light that stumbles out of me. Our dreams are just a game. Grace is just the sweat of the endeavor. The lesson is that we are all the same. Okay, I saw a comment that just, where was it? Like I said, I usually, there it is. Allie is out on a run, and I left the necklace in the van. She took the van to a place to go running while I stayed in the hotel to gather with you all, and the van went with her, unfortunately. And I was wondering when somebody was going to notice. Maybe somebody noticed already. I probably only see about 1/20th of the comments that spin on through. But we're going to take a time out from the album project because my Lord, we have, and by we, I mean me and my bandies, we have, we did a thing. We did a thing. Here we go. One, two. Girl, she don't like socks. She keep her hand jewelry in a handmade box. She got the nappy head beneath the torn bandana. She likes Joni Mitchell and the old Santana. But she rolls to the left and she dances to the right. She's the one that keep me up all night. The tongue cut like a wedding. She said to love never trying to run for the camera. Oh, the going long to the sneaking back like a wind. She lifts me up like a candle, take it down like a handle. I'm a gonna, yeah. Half a girl live in a shack on a hill, up in the mountain where the world is still. She get all the best green from a farm down the road. Need a creek in the hollow where the cops don't go. But she dances to the right, she floats to the left. She's the one that I like the best. The conquers like a runner. She said love is another. Try to run for the cover. Oh, they're going along on time. Sneaking back like a banner. Knocks me up like a candle. Take it down like a handle. I'm gonna, yeah. Patchouli. 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 Vegan burrito. ain't nothing, cause it ain't a style. If you go to the mountain, plan to stay a while. She'll give you a business, take you down. The drum circle at the edge of town. She dance to the right, supports to the left. She's the moon, they like the best. Her tongue cuts like a runner. She's in the down from the river. Try to run for the cover. Holding on that long until now. Sneaking back like a bandit. She lights me up like a candle. I take it down like a handle. Yeah, I'm a loner. Her tongue cuts like a runner. She's in the life one another. Try to run for the cover. Put it on that long until now. Sneaking back like a bandit. She lights me up like a candle. I drink it down like a handle. Yeah, I'm a loner. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Yep, that happened. That just happened. Okay, 2 questions. Test questions. I saw a couple people get 1 during Karina's solo. She made 2 references to other songs. One of them, a couple of you pointed out, was Ghostbusters. There was another song. Did any of you pick it out during her solo? Number 2, did anyone notice me break a string about 2/3 of the way through through that song? Yes. Yes. We have some right answers. Good job, team. Was Thriller in there? No. Who heard Brian, I think you're crazy. I'm just going to put that out there. No Thriller. Anyone else hear Thriller? Oh, somebody else said Thriller. Really? Did I miss that? Damn it. I don't know where Karina is. We need her right now to answer some questions. I knew Supergirl was going to get that right. I mean, that I could get behind. Okay. Should we get back to the album project? Should we get back to work, people? What do you think this is? Fun? We can't just lounge around, have Halloween antics all night. We got shit to do. This next song originally started as a song written for this character in Folk Hero and Funny Guy. The Folk Hero character, when I began writing, this was the song I was writing for him, for this character. And I had read the script, And I was just picturing this guy at this party, approaching a gal. I could never do that, by the way, back in my single days. I mean, I did. I mean, I certainly had lots of fun in my life with gals, but I could never, in the middle of a party, walk up to somebody and just start talking. At least not somebody I was interested in or excited about. Couldn't walk up to a gal at a bar. I had friends who could do it. I always admired the hell out of them. But this song started off as me picturing this folk musician who could kind of could do anything he wanted to, right? Just was bubbling with confidence because he'd never failed at anything before. I was picturing him at a party just being able to come up and out of the blue, you know. You're sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. I've been wanting you to dance all night. I mean, that's, whoo, you gotta have some balls to pull off a line like that, right? Cold, yeah. That was this guy, I felt like, you know, and so I was in the middle of writing it, and actually, and this is the part that most of you probably don't know, but at the time, we'd recently signed a management deal to a management company that we still work with to this day. Brian Doyle Entertainment is the name of the company. It's a great management company and great people, and the founder, Brian, had worked with some pretty amazing pop producers, and they were currently receiving a lot of accolades for a #1 single that they wrote for a band called American Authors. What was the song? This is gonna be the best day of my life. Yeah, you know that song. Have you heard that song? Anyways, Brian arranged for me to go and do some writing with those guys, which was super fun. You know, they were interested in writing hits, pop songs. They didn't care what they were about. And it was actually after that session that I wrote that song, Chasin', that we've talked about before and we'll talk about again. But this was one of the songs that I brought to them. And I had these verses, right? You're sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. They liked it, you know, but I hadn't written a chorus. So we set out to write some choruses, you know. But that line to this day, that tag, let your hair fall down, that is a line I would never write down. I still can't sing the fucking line. And I've been singing that line for a long time now at this point. And it's just never a melody that I would have come up with, right? And but they pushed me on it in a good way, right? And so we ended up finishing the song. People were excited about it. I submitted it also to the movie people, and the movie people were excited about it. I got a call from the movie folks too, that they wanted to fly me out to Los Angeles to work with this actor, perform the song to perform the song live on camera in the movie. And so I flew out there and I met the actor Wyatt Russell, and we were hanging out, and I was really nervous because I never taught anyone to play guitar before, and I've certainly never taught anyone to pretend to be a professional musician, and I don't even really. I'm not sure what a professional musician is supposed to act like and be like. I know what I tend to be like, and so I could certainly coach him there, I felt like, but I don't know. For a guy to just be able to grab a guitar and be convincingly like a famous performer on camera, whew, I don't even know if I could do that on camera. And and we were in a room. They just put us in a room together, and we were just talking and hanging out, and we sat down together, just talking about music. And at a certain point, he said, "How about we try out one of these songs I'm going to do in the movie?" And I said, "Okay, all right, sure." And he's like, "Is that your guitar?" I said, "Yeah." "Can I see it?" "Sure." He grabs the guitar and he sits down, and he had heard my demos already at that point. And he sat down on the couch, and he played the song great. He played the song perfectly. Might have played the song better than me. And from that point on, I was just, it was really cool, actually, to see one of my songs performed by another human being and done well. And so this is one of the songs that he sings and plays on in the movie, and I think they chose this as like maybe his hit song. I can't remember, but man, after all this talking about that movie, I gotta go back and watch the movie again. It's been a really long time. It's funny, that happens with albums too. I have not listened to songs for a movie in years and years. That album, I mean, I love that album. We play a lot of that stuff, and I just never think to listen. When I do listen to an old album, though, I tend to, well, I don't know if you can cringe and enjoy something at the same time, but that's what happens. You're sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. I've been watching you dance all night. This party's slowing, have back going. Oh, me outside, stars are out. It's a perfect sky. What if we only had tonight? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the night time. You and me to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. I'm a whiskey drinker, late night thinker, yeah. I've been wanting to figure you out. Like tea with my honey, I don't have much money, but I can show you what life is about. World's as big as we can dream. I don't want to wait for the right time. He made it stop this wrong mind. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. And I may not look like much, my teddy rings and such. Look at you all dressed in white. And I may not run in your path, but I will get your back. What if we only had a night? But if we never see the sunrise, I don't want to wait for the right time. You and me stop this run of mine. Let your hair fall down. 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 Let it fall down. Cheers. Just for the record, you can always tell how tired, exhausted I am, either vocally or just physically, by how well I hit that line down. And I was missing it on that song. Did you all notice? Doug Smith, I bet you noticed. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to play another song that I wrote. This was another song. So let's see. You know, I don't know if I might have already played this song. I don't think I have yet. But for you gatherers who've been watching the album project through this Songs for a Movie chapter, you know that at the same time that I was writing for Folk Hero and Funny Guy, I was also writing for another script. And the songs that I was writing for that other script, they didn't end up getting used, but we ended up putting those songs on this album. And so this is one of the songs I wrote for that other script. It was at the very bottom of the hero's journey for this high school kid who was kind of a loner, and he was dejected at some point, right? And never fit in. And he needed a song, and the scene needed a song. And I wrote this song called One of These Days. And man, I really like this song to this day. You know, it's funny. Oftentimes when I'm writing for something else or someone else, when I'm writing it, because I'm removed emotionally from the song, I'm not really thinking it's anything super special. And then down the road, as I listen and absorb and kind of think about it, the song grows on me over time. And this is one of those songs. This album, Songs for a Movie, was recorded in such a unique way. And this was really, it was this album where I always kind of knew, but I knew at this album that Josh was becoming a pretty brilliant producer in the studio. And he was mixing these songs from earbuds in the van, this loud, rickety van, while we were driving across the country. And the mixes were sounding better than stuff, we're hearing from studios, on radio. We had to get super, super creative. Little known fact. Maybe it's not even a known fact, but it's a fact for me. Staircases, particularly wooden staircases, you'd never know this, have an awesome sound to them sometimes, especially like a hallway staircase. There are all these corners where sound is bouncing off. So like an enclosed stairwell oftentimes just has the coolest sound. And we recorded some of the tracks for this album on stairwells. We recorded some of the tracks in hotel rooms where if we made too much noise, they would kick us out of the hotel room. So we would literally bring in Alex's drum set one piece at a time, and he would play like one drum. He'd do one pass. We'd wait for the dust to settle a little bit, and then we'd do another pass. These would be in the middle of the day, not in the middle of the night, because we didn't want to wake people up. But this song I recorded early in the morning on tour. We were in a really nasty motel, and it had been a real late night the night before. We were all banged up, right? We all got banged up the night before. We were having a great time. I think we were out on tour with Rusted Root at the time, and it was just, we had a great night. And before going to sleep, I scheduled with Josh, not anyone else, but just me and Josh. I scheduled a studio session with him early in the morning. So we woke up at like, I can't remember, 9 a.m., something like that. Not early for most human beings. I recognize this, but when you have been out till 3 or 4 the night before, and you got to drive and play the next day, and you've been on tour for a week or two already, so you're already exhausted, that is a brutal wake-up call. And I walked in to Josh's room, and we were both just feeling so miserable, right? And then I put a wad of chewing tobacco in my mouth at 9 a.m. And I sang, and I played this song. And I think I talked about this story before at an earlier gathering, but right, kind of the closest thing to method acting I've ever done. And I loved the way that it came out. It was just an experiment. I mean, we were in a hotel. If it didn't work out, then, I'd wait till sometime when I wasn't hungover to try and record it. But I wanted to give that a try just to see if, like, the actual physical discomfort and pain and nastiness I was feeling could translate into the track. Oh, gosh. All right. I want this. Though my face looks ragged and torn, been banged up since I was born. I don't got no money, don't got no friends. But one of these days I'll be back up again. Oh, one of these days. see you smile, yeah. Get to be the big man for a little while, but you can see me smile as I walk away, 'cause you know that I'll be back someday. Oh, one of these days, one of these days. Raise up your glasses, let us drink till the wind at our back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May you tell when you're ready to carry you home. May you keep you ahead of the lane. Raise up your glasses, just drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the sign of all things gone by. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, all that we see is to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to real good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to this time that we had. These moments pass lightly, they won't come again. May your lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work, the working is true. Let us drink one of me, let us drink one of you. Let us drink one of those along with us. Here is to us, and all that we see is to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the future. Let us drink one night slow. Let us drink one night fast. Let us drink one of these 90s are last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Thanks for hanging in there with me tonight. Happy Halloween. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you tomorrow.